Okay, I'm at my sister's house after the DC trip, and I got this kind of nasty cold going on, so I'm hoping to get feeling better because we've got lots to do, things that we want to do. But I woke up this morning and I was reminded of a video about 3 months ago that Quentin, I'm gonna try and make it through this without crying here, that Quentin encouraged me. Like, I had already gotten up and did my coffee story like I normally do, and he comes running in. He's like, hey, did you do your coffee chat yet? I was like, yeah, I already did. He's like, oh, I have a good one for you. Something hit me the other day and I have a good one for you. Do you remember that tree in the front yard that I put a ratchet around, and we thought we were going to lose that tree, and it had a big old splice in it, and they thought, there's no way that tree's not going to die. I'm going to put a ratchet around it and just try to save it and see what happens. And here we are. He's like, 7 years later, I walked by it and I was like, dang, that tree is still standing. I don't know why I was prompted this morning of remembering that video and him encouraging me to make it, but I went and watched it. I didn't share it here because I'd already shared that morning, but I posted it on my YouTube channel. So I went back and I found it and I watched it, and tears were just flowing. It's like he was helping prepare me for that brokenness in some way. It was like a little Godwink. Quentin was there with me, encouraging me to, no matter what it might look like, no matter your brokenness, that God can redeem that brokenness. Anyway, I was just sitting here thinking about that before I got my morning started, and my sister's out getting us coffee and bagels. I feel so blessed. I'm so sad, but I feel so blessed. It's not possible to be blessed and sad at the same time. I feel so blessed that I had him in my life for so long, that he spoke such truth to us, to me, my family, to others. I feel like it was a true gifting. I'm so blessed for him to encourage me that morning to redo my coffee story and look at the brokenness that God can redeem. If he can do it through a tree, he can do it through you, friend. So I'm going to share that link on that YouTube channel below if you want to go check that out and listen to it. Maybe I should just even upload it here. I don't know, but it was not a coincidence. It was a Q-incidence and a Godwink this morning for me to go back and watch that. Just because you're broken doesn't mean it's done. People don't make it out of life without scars. It's what you're willing to do with those scars. It's what you're willing to share through those scars, through those trials in your life. God will redeem those. And even though I don't feel like it, I trust that that's the process of making me whole at some point again. So, Quentin, thank you. Thank you for that coincidence this morning, that little Godwink. I hope you have a good one.
Do you ever have moments where you feel like you just kind of blew it and you're so broken that there's no way that you can be put back together, and you go through life just kind of feeling defeated and feeling like you're just kind of used goods, you know, like nobody's gonna want that. It's so broken, there's no way you can fix that. Well, I do believe that's the enemy lying to you, so don't let that get in your head. I saw something the other day, and I'm gonna walk outside and I'm gonna show you something. It's a great little analogy as to how broken things can be mended and put back together. Friend, do you realize that your mess is not too big for him to fix? Come outside with me. I'm gonna show you something really quick. So those days that you think you are too broken, remember this. About 7 years ago, friend, our tree in our front yard, I'm gonna show it to you, was broken, literally broken. And we thought we probably should cut that off. Probably should cut that limb off because it's not gonna survive. I don't know if you can see that really good or not, but there's a ratchet, and my husband just kind of held it together with that ratchet. And do you see where it's broken? broken on that limb right there, that was 7 years ago, friend. It's a windy day, but that was 7 years ago. Do you realize that if a tree can withstand 7 years with a ratchet being held around it, you can too, friend? And not only survived it, but grew. Like, it just grew back together. See, when you're broken doesn't mean that you're immune to the scars. It doesn't mean that you're immune to the aftermath of that sometimes, friends, but you don't have to stay there. You don't have to stay stuck in that brokenness. And that tree right there is a beautiful reminder from God this morning that right there, your brokenness, your mess can be turned into his message if you allow it to. So friend, take heart and know that he has you. He cares about you. Do not be afraid of your brokenness. As you hear the birds in the background, remember this, friend, you are worth more than many sparrows. Be encouraged, my friend. None of us make it through this life without some sort of scars. Don't be ashamed of your scars. Allow him to redeem them and turn them into his message.